just gonna ask you to say your name.
Okay.
And then just tell me. Well, first of all, tell me who you are.
Oh, I'm Beverly Gayle. I'm originally from New York. My husband's from Connecticut. He grew up in West Hartford. We met at Pratt Institute in New York, got married. How we ended up here, my son had a traumatic brain injury, and he needed a calm environment, and we needed services for him, which we really weren't getting where we were. And my sister-in-law lives in Windsor, and we've always visited, so we decided that this would be like the best place for him. He went to high school here at Windsor High, and it was an amazing experience. I served on the student governing council while I was here, but unfortunately, he graduated. I'm a fashion designer, a design director for a company in New York. I design boys' clothes, but I love it here. I wish, and the pandemic has actually made me really rethink my profession and really want to be here full time because I love it here. I love my neighbors. I have excellent neighbors. It's almost like a bubble, like you live in a nice, calm bubble. Like, it's incredible.
What area of town do you live in?
I live by, see, I never knew about the levels of Windsor. I never knew. So I live off of,
okay,
so it's like a little cul-de-sac. Oh, I can't believe I forgot it.
Yeah.
But I live in, I think, it's the association.
Okay.
Over there, right by Target and the Magnet High School around there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
so I think that would be considered. I think they're considering that sort of. Haven station. No, it's not really Haven station because you're more near Rainbow. I don't know. They have designations for this. She lives near Target. So what would the area of that be?
I'm still getting familiar, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
So don't worry about you not knowing because it's just sort of something put together for this project.
Yeah. Oh, and I found a really, speaking of Hayden Station, I actually go to the Archers church down there, which has so much history, which I didn't even really realize it has such a great history. I live near the tobacco field, which I love the idea of living near farmland. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think people realize what they actually have here. Living in New York, I lived in like a little, but here, I love it here. I'm trying to convince my family to move up here, but they love it. But I think that it takes them getting used to the quiet after going to bed with sirens all the time. I think it takes a bit to get going, but it's great. It's great up here.
Well, thank you. I know you came in the middle of it. Unless you had any questions for her, she's lived here a couple years, 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
Okay, so in the period that you've lived here, how would you say Windsor has changed?
Windsor have changed? I don't think it has changed. I think it's just gotten better for me. When everything was crazy outside in the outside world with the elections and everything going on, I felt safe here. I didn't feel like I had to pick a side. I think, and even if someone was on the other side, we could have a good dialogue about it. It wasn't like really crazy, and you could listen to my side and I could listen to your side. So I think it's just gotten better.
I actually had another question. She was talking about her son going to Windsor High School. What kind of services did he have? I think that's something that you haven't gotten any stories about, like what the Windsor school system offers.
Okay, so my like I was saying, my son was hit, and his head went into the windshield, and he had a traumatic brain injury. And in the New York system, at least where we were, all we had was a health para and a social worker. But here, we had a whole team. We even had a school psychiatrist on board, and we had teachers who were constantly in contact with me. I mean, regardless, like if they didn't get me by text, they had my work email. Like we were constantly trying to figure out what was the best process for him. It was amazing. I mean, like truly amazing. Where in New York, I went into a meeting with like one person, and teachers who were telling me that he was disruptive or he wasn't listening, and I come here and they understood it. And even if they didn't understand it, they had resources to ask someone how to deal with it. So that was like light years. I mean, like it was incredible.
As a mom, I mean, that must have been just so.
In tears.
Yeah. I mean,
Totally in tears when I walked into the first meeting. In tears. The only thing you need is manufacturing up here, like clothing or something, so I can work up here, so I can get a job up here. Right, I know, I totally missed that cycle. You did have it. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right.